Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today on our live, well yesterday I should say, on our live we made this pretty little necklace. Now, I have decided that this little moon is too small. All these beads are big, most of them anyway, and this little moon is just too small. So we're going to change it out. Now I have this other moon, which is much larger, and I think I'm just going to jump ring this moon onto our bale. But then we'll take our little stone here and we'll put it in this spot here. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, we're down here on the mat, and as I said, see how small this little moon looks, especially considering we have the big beads and the teardrops in here. It's just too small. Now, one of the viewers suggested that this charm would have looked very nice here instead of the moon. And I do like that better, actually. It's a little bigger. It's got a little more oomph, but still not what I want. So I have these filigree moons in silver, and I figure I will jump ring it to here, cut this baby off, jump ring this on here, then we will turn this one into this little drop into a drop, and it will go right here in the middle like this. And I think that's going to work much better. Now if we had a medium-sized bead, one a little bigger than this guy, but not as big as, you know, one of these, or I would use it because it's really big, but it's really pretty, but it's not, it wouldn't work. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get in here and we're going to cut our wire. So, bing, off it goes. So now our necklace is again incomplete because it needs a focal. So we're going to cut this moon off here, and the moon can be put aside. It will make a great pair of earrings or whatever for whatever I want to use. Then we're going to cut the wire off of our beads here. We have this lovely ball head pin here, so we can just put that and onto here. Now it's going to be higher than I want, so we're going to get out our beads again. And I think we have enough of the little tiny ones to, we don't need this. We don't need this. Or really these, I put these in here because I'm going to want them. And these are too big. These, we could use the fire polish if we wanted to cut one loose. Or we could get in here. There's those pretty cubes. We could use a cube if we wanted to, but I don't think I want to. It will make it just too different because there's nothing cube-like. Well, these are pretty cube-like, but I still don't think I want a cube. What I think I want is one of these little guys. Just another little bead to add a little something here. So, since I said that these crystal spacers in here were too large to go with our necklace or with our little tiny beads, I did put in both these style to go with the little beads. So these are out of my own stash, these little guys. So we're going to check to see which one looks best with this little tiny guy. Whether we like the gunmetal. Oh, come on, you. See, the gunmetal will work if we want to go with the gunmetal. And it might work better than the teeny weenies because these guys are very, very tiny. And they're very sparkly, though, too. So let's put one of these on. And then the little guy here. And isn't that pretty? Very sparkly. And so that will make a really nice dangle as well. So now the choice has to be made. Are we going with the black one, or are we going with the really pretty little tiny sparkle? So let's look at them again. We have this guy here, or we have this guy here. I really like this because I like the silver and the sparkle, but when it comes right down to brass tacks, it fits better with this one. Now, if I had these in this size, that would be perfect. But we don't. We only have this little size. So we're going to go with the bigger one here. We'll put our little daisy spacer to the side because we're not going to use it. And now we're going to wrap this up and put it on to our link. Now, actually, if I had wanted this to not be something that you could wear with anything, we could have taken, let's get our little guy out here, and we could have put our little bat in here, let him drop down, and put the beads on to have him flying with our moon. I wouldn't put him up here because then he's going to bang into the side. And actually, if I were going to use him, I would probably just put a little tiny bit of the chain in here. But we're not going to use him. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet, but I am going to do something. But I don't know, like I said, yet what. So we'll put him aside. And we're just going to wrap this guy up and hook him on to right there. So we'll get our pliers out and do our bend. Bing. And then we'll go from there. So we'll get our step bell making pliers, bring it around, come over here, bring her over and around. We're going to leave a gap because we're going to hook it on. So we'll just, since it doesn't matter for front or back, oops, we want it on this one though, not that bigger one. That bigger one is where it's got to hook on to our necklace. So we're just going to snap that into there. And now we're going to wrap this baby up. Now if you wanted to, you could just put it in without hardwiring it. You could just bring our two wires together here. You could just put a jump ring to hold it in place. Now, you've got to be careful when you've got things like this going on because they do want to get in the way. But, so we're going to just wrap this baby up. Oop, come here, you. How are we on this side? I think we're good. So So we'll cut this extra wire off right here and tuck this baby in. Now we have our little dangle here, and he's a little bit to the back, turned sideways. See how the loop's just a teeny bit turned? So we're going to take hold of our loop, and we're just going to pull it a little bit so it's more straight. So there we go. Now our moon is got our little dangle, and it's going to be much bigger size. I think it's going to fit much better. So we just need a jump ring. Now if you wanted another bead in here, you could always put one in here, but I'm just going to put this jump ring in to hold these two together. So we'll open this baby up, put it on our moon, and then put it on our bail. Come on, baby. And close it up. Oops, I let it slip out of my way a bit. Now these didn't quite meet, so I'm going to make them meet. So there we go. And now we have one necklace with a pretty little moon and dangle here. And I do believe that this bigger moon works much better with our necklace. I hope you agree. And I think there we go. I think we're done with that. Isn't that pretty? So there we go with our moon. It does sit a little bit. It doesn't sit like this. It comes over like this when it sits. So, but it still, I think, is a better option than our smaller moon was. So here we go. Here is our moon necklace. Now see the difference? That does swing a bit inward. I would rather this swung like this, so it was straight up and down. It doesn't want to, so I'm not going to try and force it to. I think it looks really cool nonetheless. So I think the bigger moon looks much more oh, how do I want to put it? It evens out with the stones a lot better because it has more significance to it. So I think it fits better. There we go. So this was using the necklace portion, all of it except for the rings and some of the spacer pieces, the bail, the bead caps, and a few of the spacers, as well as now the moon, all came from the SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit, Gone Batty. So isn't that cute? Well, I wouldn't say it's cute, but it is pretty. So I really liked it. I think it turned out really nicely. I hope you enjoyed making it with me. Like I said, the necklace itself was made on my live for this week, which was on Wednesday instead of Tuesday like normally it is. And this is the change up for the moon because I didn't care for the moon. It was too small that we had originally used. So again, this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we have been using the SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit. We did use the SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Gone Batty to make the necklace, and then we just switched out the small moon for this larger moon, and I think it works much better. Hope you agree with me. We'll see you later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.